Sirens echoed through Tehran's streets as the news broke. Mojtaba Khamenei named Iran's supreme leader. The announcement flashed across every television screen. Crowds gathered in the city squares, anxious and uncertain, whispering about what this new era might bring. Some people looked hopeful, others worried. Change was in the air. Inside the parliament, officials scrambled to react. Reporters snapped photos of Mojtaba, standing calm and still, surrounded by religious leaders and military commanders. His black turban marked his clerical status, while his steady gaze suggested a leader prepared for the storm. Outside, a dozen posters with Mojtaba's face appeared overnight, painted in bold green and white. As night fell, fireworks lit the skyline, mixing celebration with tension. People called relatives and friends, trying to understand what Mojtaba's rise might mean for their future. Iran stood at a crossroads, with the world watching its next move. Mojtaba Khamenei is the son of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, Iran's long-serving supreme leader. As the second son in a prominent religious family, Mojtaba has always been surrounded by power and influence, yet he has managed to keep a low profile for much of his life. He was born in 1969 in Mashhad, a city known for its holy shrines and deep religious traditions. Growing up in such a spiritual environment shaped his worldview and future ambitions. From an early age, Mojtaba studied religion and politics, immersing himself in Islamic teachings and the complexities of Iranian society. His education was both formal and informal, blending traditional scholarship with real-world experience. He learned from respected clerics and always stayed close to his father's inner circle, gaining insight into the workings of Iran's leadership and the responsibilities that come with it. Growing up, Mojtaba rarely spoke to the media. He preferred to remain in the background, avoiding public attention and letting his actions speak for him. Most Iranians knew little about him, as he kept his personal life and opinions away from the spotlight, fueling curiosity and speculation. He wore simple clerical clothes and kept his life private, choosing humility over extravagance, which only added to his mystique. But stories about his intelligence and loyalty to the Islamic Republic spread quietly, whispered among political circles and religious communities alike. His family background made many people pay attention to him, as being the supreme leader's son brought both expectations and scrutiny. Over the years, Mojtaba became known as a strict and thoughtful leader, respected for his discipline and strategic thinking. He avoided the spotlight, but those in Iran's government saw him as a powerful force behind the scenes, quietly shaping decisions and influencing outcomes. Rumors often linked him to key political decisions and important meetings, suggesting he played a significant role in the country's direction, even if unofficially. Today, Mojtaba is more than just the supreme leader's son. He is seen by many as a potential successor, a figure whose influence continues to grow. He has become a symbol of continuity and change for the Islamic Republic, representing both the legacy of his father and the possibility of a new era. His journey to the top has been slow, careful, and full of quiet influence. As Iran faces new challenges, Mojtaba's role in shaping the future remains a subject of intense speculation and interest. The supreme leader in Iran holds the highest authority in the country. He is above the president and the parliament. The supreme leader controls the military, the police, and the courts. He also guides Iran's foreign policy and the economy. This role was created after Iran's 1979 Islamic Revolution. The first supreme leader was Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini. After him, Ali Khamenei became the leader in 1989. The position is meant to protect Iran's Islamic system and values. The supreme leader must be a high-ranking cleric. He gives the final word on important laws and decisions. Even the president must follow his orders. People in Iran see the supreme leader as both a political and spiritual leader. The position is for life, unless the leader is unable to perform his duties. For most Iranians, the supreme leader represents stability and religious authority. But the office also faces criticism from those who want more freedom and democracy. Mojtaba began his political life quietly, away from the public eye and media attention. He was not a figure who sought the spotlight, but rather someone who preferred to work in the background, learning the intricacies of power in Iran. He worked behind closed doors, advising top officials and religious leaders on sensitive matters. His reputation grew among those in power, even as ordinary Iranians knew little about him. Many say he played a key role during the 2009 Green Movement protests, a turning point in modern Iranian history. At that time, millions of Iranians marched in the streets, demanding fair elections and greater freedoms, shaking the foundations of the government. Mojtaba reportedly helped organize the government's response, coordinating strategies to maintain control and stability during the unrest. He also built close ties with the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, or IRGC, a powerful force in both Iran's military and political spheres. This group holds great power in Iran's military and economy, influencing everything from national security to major industries. Mojtaba supported their leaders and attended their meetings, forging alliances that would prove crucial for his future ambitions. His friendship with the IRGC made him an important figure in Iran's security system, giving him access to key information and decision-making circles. Mojtaba's influence grew as his father's health declined, and he began to take on more responsibilities within the regime. Many politicians and clerics began to seek his advice, recognizing his growing authority and the trust placed in him by his father. He helped select candidates for parliament and shaped religious education in Qom, Iran's main clerical city, ensuring loyalty to the ruling elite. Though he rarely appeared in public, Mojtaba's decisions affected every part of Iranian life, from politics to religion and even the economy. People whispered about his power, calling him the shadow behind the throne, a man whose influence was felt but seldom seen. His careful moves and strategic alliances set the stage for his rise as supreme leader, shaping the future of Iran in ways few could predict. The process to select Iran's supreme leader is, well, pretty complex and shrouded in layers of tradition, secrecy, and political maneuvering. When a leader dies or leaves office, the Assembly of Experts is tasked with the crucial responsibility of choosing a new supreme leader to guide the nation. This influential group is made up of about 88 senior clerics, each with significant religious and political authority. They're technically elected by the people, but, only after candidates are carefully vetted and approved by the Guardian Council, which ensures all nominees support the Islamic system and its values. First, the Assembly of Experts meets in secret, away from public scrutiny and media coverage. Inside, they hold intense discussions about who is truly qualified to become the next supreme leader, weighing each candidate's credentials and reputation. The candidates must be respected religious scholars, deeply knowledgeable in Islamic law, and must show unwavering loyalty to Iran's Islamic principles and revolutionary ideals. The assembly then votes, sometimes over several rounds, until one person finally receives a majority and emerges as the chosen leader. The entire process is not always open to the public, adding to the air of mystery and speculation. Behind the scenes, powerful political and religious figures often try to influence the vote, lobbying for their preferred candidates. Family ties, political alliances, and religious rank all play a significant part in shaping the outcome, sometimes more than official qualifications. In Mojtaba's case, his years of experience, deep connections, and especially his family relationship with the previous leader, helped him win crucial support among the clerics. Once chosen, the new supreme leader takes a solemn oath to protect the Islamic Republic and uphold its core values. The announcement is then shared with the public, often through a dramatic and highly symbolic ceremony, broadcast across the nation. The new leader's first words are watched closely by Iranians and the world, as everyone tries to gauge what direction the country might take under its new leadership. Mojtaba's power was first seen during the 2009 protests. Many believe he worked closely with the IRGC to stop the unrest. His firm stance sent a message that the government would not allow change through street protests. Security forces followed his signals, showing the strength of his influence. He also shaped religious education in Qom. Mojtaba selected teachers loyal to his vision of Islam. Students learned strict rules and were encouraged to support the government. This helped him build a base among young clerics. In parliament, Mojtaba advised key lawmakers on important bills. He pushed for strong laws against foreign influence and tighter controls over the internet. Lawmakers often quoted his ideas during debates. His presence could be felt in daily life. From the content of Friday prayers to government TV shows, Mojtaba's views shaped what Iranians saw and heard. He became the quiet architect of Iran's politics and society. Mojtaba's leadership might bring both continuity and change. Many expect him to keep Iran's strong anti-Western stance. He is known for supporting the IRGC and defending Iran's nuclear program. This means Iran may continue to challenge the United States and Europe. He is also likely to keep a tight grip on internal dissent. Mojtaba believes in order and stability. Protests and calls for reform may face strong crackdowns. His government could pass new laws to control the internet and limit foreign ideas. But Mojtaba is also younger than past leaders. Some hope he will listen to younger Iranians and make small changes. He might allow more economic reforms or improve daily life to calm public anger. No one knows for sure what Mojtaba will do. His rise brings hope for some and fear for others. What is clear is that his leadership will shape Iran for years to come. Mojtaba's leadership affects not just Iran, but the whole world. Iran's nuclear program is a major issue for the United States, Europe, and Israel. Mojtaba's tough stance could make future talks harder. Tensions in the Middle East might grow if he supports groups like Hezbollah or backs new conflicts. Many countries worry about Iran's human rights record. Under Mojtaba, crackdowns on free speech and protests could increase. This might bring more international sanctions and isolation. However, some hope Mojtaba will open talks with other countries. Economic problems in Iran might push him to seek better relations with neighbors like Turkey or China. Improved trade could help ordinary Iranians. The world will watch Mojtaba's first moves closely. His decisions could push Iran toward greater conflict or perhaps unexpected cooperation. The future remains uncertain for both Iran and the international community. Iran's future is still unwritten. Mojtaba's leadership could mean more of the same: strong control, closed borders, and tense relations with the West. Some Iranians fear more restrictions and less freedom under his rule, but history can surprise us. Mojtaba may choose a different path. He could try new policies to help Iran's economy or offer limited reforms to ease public anger. If he builds trust with young people, Iran could see gradual change. The biggest question is whether Mojtaba can unite the country. If he listens to all voices, Iran might find stability and peace. If he rules with a heavy hand, more unrest could follow. As night falls in Tehran, people are waiting and watching. The world is watching too. Mojtaba Khamenei's choices in the coming months will decide Iran's new chapter.